My law, it is my meditation all the day, all the night, morning through night. And I delight in the law of the Lord, and on his law I meditate day and night. Morning Meditations with C.J. Marshall.
Good morning. The goal of any congregation should be to edify each other, equip each other better for the work of the ministry. Hebrews 10:24 and 25 says that we are to stir up each other to love and good works. That is why verse 25 Hebrews seems to say that we are not to forsake the assembly of ourselves as the manner of some is, but exhort one another daily. There's a multitude of passages along that vein of encouraging and exhorting, and we as a body need to facilitate an environment of encouragement. And in 1 Corinthians 14, Paul starts dealing with the importance of gifts, and he says prophecy is more desirable than having the gifts of tongues. And he gives us a reason. Read with me in 1 Corinthians 14, 1 through 5. Paul writes, pursue love. That's what he just talked about in chapter 13, telling us what love was. And desire spiritual gifts, but especially that you may prophesy. For he who speaks in a tongue does not speak to men but to God, for no one understands him but, however, in the Spirit he speaks mysteries. But he who prophesies speaks edification and exhortation and comfort to men. If you have the spiritual gift of prophecy, you are revealing God's will. And notice the three things he says in verse 3 that prophecies give: edification, exhortation, and comfort. Notice verse 4. He who speaks in a tongue edifies himself, but he who prophesies edifies the church. He's relaying a message to God. The one who is prophesying relays a message to God that the whole auditorium, the whole congregation can benefit from. I wish you all spoke with tongues, but even more that you prophesied. For he who prophesies is greater than he who speaks with tongues, unless indeed he interprets, that the church may receive edification. Notice the emphasis and what constitutes the importance of these gifts. The emphasis is comfort, exhortation, and edification of the brethren. These gifts were not given to be used selfishly, but to edify, to build up, and exhort the body of Christ. And we should be using what we've been given today. Well, we might not be given tongues and prophecy to convey the message, but if you are working in the kingdom, you need to be doing your very best to think How can I build up? How can I edify someone today? Thank you for joining me for another episode of Morning Meditations. May we always be like the psalmist that says, "Oh, how I love you, Lord. It is my meditation on the day." I'll see you next time. God bless.
Morning meditations, oh how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the day, all the night, morning through night. And I delight in the law of the Lord, and on his law I meditate day and night.